What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 4 of League with No Name podcast. As usual, I got my guy Moose with me, got J.A., Chat Historian, got Cheese.
Tighten up.
Blue Do-Rag today.
Please. Know me, Silky.
It's your boy Beans, I forgot to say that. And we got a special guest today, my boy Justin, a.k.a. Raverick Taylor.
Tighten up. Tighten up, baby.
Tighten up.
Let's get it.
Anywho.
Who's 16 anyway?
Let me start like this. Usually I do this at the end, but I know everybody don't watch to the end, so make sure y'all subscribe. YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, League with No Names. Any questions, send them to leaguewithnoname@yahoo.com. All right, so let's get into this. Every week we're gonna give you a little bit more about us. So let's talk about who was your favorite player growing up, Moose.
Favorite player growing up. You know, I'm gonna go with McNabb. Eagle QB, 10 years, 8 playoff appearances, 25th all time passing.
Super Bowl?
No.
More soup than Super Bowl.
Super Bowl, but he has been to the NFC Championship 4 times in a row. So
That's a feat.
That's definitely a feat. It's hard to get there, but he's been there once.
True.
So,
what about you, Jay?
Favorite player growing up, Deion Sanders.
Prime time?
Yeah, prime time, swagger, gold chains, bandana. Reason why I wear the chin strap out, Deion just, he brought that vibe to the game. Like, you just gotta trash talk your opponent. So definitely
One of the best to ever do it. Cheese?
Randy Moss, another GOAT.
Titans, Randy.
Of course.
The only one with knowledge.
Yeah, you feel
Actually,
me?
dumb question when your boy up here.
Randy Moss,
Man, thank you for asking a real true player. So listen, I'm gonna go with 2 on the offensive side, defensive side.
Better be the line. It better be the line.
Come on the show and make his own rules.
Hey, I'm here, man. This is what the people wanted. On defense, come block me. See me in them trenches. On defense, Javon Curse, 14 and a half sacks his rookie year.
Tighten up.
Great. We're not gonna talk about his equal years. They really put a on him. On offense, get your popcorn ready. T.O.
Okay.
Boy.
I'd have to go. My favorite player growing up, who I kind of don't even like anymore, is Brett Favre. He was great in his heyday, but I just hate the way that he went out. But the way he went out was
true. Yeah,
that was trash. The way he went out.
he didn't want to go out.
He didn't want to go out. He wanted to keep playing.
Those times. So I understand. Yeah, he did.
You know what I mean? It's a love-hate relationship. All right, so we got Jess on the show. We got him on the show for a reason.
Oh yeah, many reasons.
He was we alluded to before. We had a member that was no longer in the league for various reasons we'll get into.
Ran him up.
That is him. So we're gonna do a little bit of question and answer. He can tell you a little bit about himself and how he was in the league. So you were in the league the first 2 years.
Correct.
How did you do in the league year 1 and year 2?
First year, I was a 7-9 person. And didn't make playoffs. Made some bad decisions.
Tell him what you did.
Was on the outside looking in. Yeah. And almost at a point in that season, I almost was piece on just, but it didn't happen. Year 2, almost the greatest comeback story ever. Was down in the dumps. People wrote me off for a few bad decisions that the front office made. I went off my heart, 'cause that's what I do, people. Okay. I came back when we did the episode. Somebody said it's going to be a breeze, and it was a barbecue.
Ooh. Yeah,
So went to the playoffs. Some little short Puerto Rican cat. He beat me because a weak QB got hurt and messed me all up. And then Russell Wilson started killing the Jaguars. I lost by like 5 points. So man, second year lost in the semifinals of the playoffs, but it's all good. It's all good.
You ever beat me in fantasy?
Actually,
Hell
no,
no.
I didn't.
No,
You know
you
why? Because you're a Titan.
Feel me? Tighten up.
Woo! Tighten up!
Speaking of year 2, I didn't have it in my notes, but do you want to talk a little bit about that Monday Night Miracle?
Oh, sure, surely would. So, people, the Monday Night Miracle, oh man, it was a warm Sunday night. Feeling a little cocky, already talked crap to my next opponent. I just knew the game was won.
It was Monday night.
But Sunday night, I started.
Oh.
So let me tell my
First
perspective.
mistake.
My perspective. I went on and I was funeral just at the time. I already went to Howard K. Hill, made the arrangements, had the funeral set up. I said, okay, I got James Crowder, I got Terrell Pryor. I asked a few people, what should I do? Something told me, Crowder. But then again, Pryor wasn't doing nothing. So I said, you know what? Crowder played the slot. He bound to touch that rock a few times.
Pryor is the number 1 receiver though.
But listen, he was doing terrible. He was doing terrible. So let me tell my story, all right?
All right, do your thing.
Telling us you called me.
I just said that. I just said I called you. What? You want to mention you?
Say me.
That Clout, man. They want Clout in my hair. So listen, call him. He said prior. I said, I'm going Crowder. Follow my heart, people.
Believe me.
So I was watching the game, a little halfway invested, just assuming he's going to catch a little 5-yard out. Some is one point. You know, kind of watching it, texting a few honeys, you know. Then I'm looking at the text thread. The text thread talk about, oh, yo, Crowder got no catches. You know, I'm like, I'll be okay. Third quarter, nothing happened. Then I'm really like scratching my head, saying, yo, this is some BS. Then, you know, your boy watching to the last 5 minutes of the game. It was a close game. It was like a lateral play, like one of them little trick plays towards the end. Crowder touched the ball for a quick second, and he did not end it with the ball, and lost by 1. It hurt.
Terrell Pryor scored a 60-yard bomb.
Sure did. It hurt.
So that would have been all you needed.
75-yard bomb.
That would have been all you needed.
Yeah, but
Could have went to bed
fancy.
early.
Anything can happen. I made a mistake. I own up to it.
All right. So also I don't know if it was year 1 or year 2. That's when the ones really got started.
2.
Year 2. Okay. So the ones you were involved in one set of ones. What happened?
One set of ones, man. It was a brawl that I lost. I set myself up. I lost more than he won, but he won. I dropped passes. I'm not a pass game. Like I said, see me in the trenches. Okay? So we went back and forth. Cheese was QB. It went 1-1. It was 2-2 at a point. Right?
We didn't mention who you played yet. You might want to.
Oh, Cash.
Randy.
Randy Goodell, Cash of the Breed, whatever.
550.
Yeah. Alright. He's it. All the above. Long story short, I dropped passes that made it critical. He caught him. I clapped one time, and mind you, the critique of the Bucks that came upon saying Randy just knew we dropped it already. No, Randy knew he was beat. When I dropped it, he was relieved because I had him beat on the route. So that's in my defense. Sure, go ahead.
So why did you clap before you catch?
It's just natural.
Remember the Titans.
Are you trying to distract the receiver or the defender?
Corny jokes. Corny jokes. Yo, that's what I'm here, baby. Raiders going up this week. No, it's just something I did. Next question, please. That's what I'm here for, baby. I want the clout. I'm here.
So going into the matchup with Randy, what was your expectation of his skill level?
I figured I was going to get the dub straight.
He's trash. He's out of shape.
Nah, because I'm not a catcher. I can't catch. So I knew I was going to have to do my job, and I didn't. Simple.
I'll pause that. Want to edit that?
Nope. They knew what I meant. We all mature here. They knew what I meant. Next question, boss.
All right, so let's just get into what happened and what led you to leave the league.
Oh, I'm greatly that you asked that question. So a lot of blame goes towards this guy. Me?
Okay,
That's
so
crazy.
That's all we need to see.
I'm about to clarify it. It wasn't all on Moose. I get to that in a little bit. So
before we get to that point, can we just say like he went missing the whole week?
And I got all these answers because that's what they want.
He saw every text.
Listen.
It wasn't us. He just.
Hey, yo, this is a ratings week, all right? I got your answers right here. Let me talk. So it came from a bombard of Bucks that just came. So you ever seen a meme of somebody getting jumped and it's saying bills, student loans, on the ground? That's me when it's Buck season. I'm the most different person in there. You got 9 chill dudes in me. So I'm the outlier by far. Long story short, Bucks came. I would get the exact conversation about what it was exactly. But I know I got a little fed up. And normally when you say fed up, when you get fed up, leave me. Now, everybody's going to say leave me but Just. When Just say leave me, it's, oh, here we go. Anybody else say it, oh, that's cool. Whatever. But when you got this personality here, the Bucks, he said leave me. Oh, where that kid at? Oh, he's on watch. So you got more of the peanut gallery. Like you got people just like.
To your point though, leave me don't mean you leave it. Like leave
me
alone.
Well, let me keep going. Let me keep going. Let me keep going.
So what was the initial reason? Like why?
Listen, honestly.
Birthday week. No bacon.
Actually, that was about a week after. To be honest with you, about a week in our.
We got ultimatum. That's what it is.
Long story short, let me keep talking about interruptions so I get my point across. Because y'all gonna say your point. Let me say my point. All right. This ratings week. This ratings week.
We're here to clear the ear. We just want to know.
Let me clear the ear. What I know it's interruptions. So as I was saying, this guy. Anyway, it's not about likes for now. I'm trying to tell my side. Okay.
Go ahead.
It's Clout week. It's Clout week. It's Clout week. It's Clout week. But yo, viewers, this is what I'm here for.
Got a
yo.
show to get to. Come on, man.
So they can do this. I am a show. So listen, as keep going, whatever I say, leave me. All right, got a little fed up. I'm tired of that. It's been days with other people having text for days, but it's cool because it's not just. But when it's just, it's like I would say just or Gabe. If it's one of us, it's something. Anybody else? Oh, it's cool, whatever. So got a little fed up, and I was gonna chime in a few times, and then all of a sudden, I was gonna chime in at a point, and then I saw a text that said, "Yo, this cat really out the league," and it's like more of like a instigation. And in that chat, instigations get them riled up like, "Oh, word," and like they just throw stuff in the pot that they love. And the stir is weak to me. The stir is weak to me. Because then you got the whole old word, and then I'm seeing ultimatums. First of all, I don't do ultimatums, dog. I'd admit, legit, I would text probably a few hours later with a little joke to smooth back in. Kept coming, dudes was loving it, and I get it. It's just, you know what I meant, man. This is an adult crowd, you know what I mean. People love the clout, feel me? Like, people love seeing, oh, look at him. And I was chilling. I was really at home, like, I said, all right, I'm getting you a few hours. It's cool. 4 hours later, you still seeing it going. I'm like, all right, let them rock.
Kids do go.
Now, I missed a day and a half. Now I'm about to chime back in.
So long story short, it was the ultimatum, not Moose, basically.
Oh, it's a collective group. It wasn't just Moose. It wasn't just Moose.
We all was, but it
wasn't just Moose.
It was fun. It was fun. It was like,
see, man,
even when like if Moose doing something, you'd be like, oh, you know how Gabe was always jump in with a question like, oh, Moose didn't do this. Like this, you gotta stir the chat.
Nah,
and every passing hour, you made it worse for me. So
see, but that's the thing. It got corny to me to the point I didn't want to text. I would have texted a few hours later. Then it started getting corny. It was funny. Yeah, I got corny to me. So that's my story.
we did bully him. We just didn't like the book.
But listen. I'm the biggest personality in there. Everybody else is chill, calm demeanor. So this is the biggest target. Viewers, you get what I'm saying? It wasn't Moose's fault. So let's clarify that. Moose is good. It was a collective group.
Man, this Moose's fault.
Alright? Ain't Moose's fault. Moose. Ain't you good? Damn, man, I can't doubt nobody else.
Anybody else have any questions before I end with the last one?
Just one more to get off the topic. Why are you a Titans fan? What made you a Titans fan?
Javon Curse, Steve McNair, Eddie George, Blaine Bishop.
I got one question. Do you see yourself coming back to the league?
That's all on cash moolah. So you know, I got put back in for last for the moment. It's still 11. I said if one drops, you add 12.
Who do you think gets dropped for you if there was a
Shut up.
That was a setup. Well, I see a few different people for a few. Hold up.
Shay Sharp.
Just sharp. The hang dog. That Ron.
So, first one option.
I know you was sick.
Reason being, King is like the hipster. Feel me? Like everybody loves football, but King kind of it's cool. Like it's like
a casual fan.
He's like an NFL shop fan, and he has family ties in the league, so his team can vary depending on trade or cut.
Yo.
So it's like his need and want for the bread, rich kid, ain't really needed. So the hunger, that's option one. Option two, because granted, the commission cash has a say so or whatever.
We got arbitrator now though, so you could be on the league review.
So option two, I can just see it being Gabe. I can see it being Gabe only because he annoys the commish. Now he's needed, just like I would be needed. Because if I'm back in, you rile it up. So you need Gabe. You need those personalities. I can just see Los being like, I'm good. I'd rather go buy sneakers. And let me. Stoll. Oh my gosh, yo, this dude. I'm glad he existed in the league. Yo, this dude. I heard him like 0-24. Yo, crazy.
I don't know what happened.
Dude basically keep buying pizza. Like he take vacations all the time. You don't know where he at. The next thing you know, August come around draft time, he buying pizzas. Yeah, man, crazy.
Well, crazy. Appreciate you giving your insight into how it actually happened from your point of view.
That's what I do.
We needed that.
We definitely needed that. All right, so now that we been through all of that, let's get into some football. Recently on the IG, we did a couple polls. We knew the episode was going to be a lot about quarterbacks today, so first one we did was what was it? Who would you rather have, or who's better?
Yeah, who's better? Who would you rather have
Same
as
thing.
well? Yeah, same.
Rodgers or Favre, and it turned out to be 75% went with Rodgers and 25% went with Brett. So what do you think about that, Moose?
I mean, I think that's how it should be. I mean, Brett is like my favorite QB out of the two, but I feel like no one throws the ball better than Aaron Rodgers. He's a more complete QB, less interceptions, of course, and he's a stud. So they're both great QBs, but I have to give them nod to A-Rod.
So let's go down the line quickly. Moose said A-Rod. Who you got?
Brett.
Really?
I like Brett.
I
love Brett though. Like
I just love Brett.
I got A-Rod.
A-Rod.
I don't like interceptions. A-Rod.
I'll take A-Rod as well. And the second poll that we did was who's better, Russell Wilson or Matty Ice? So what was the results? The results was 73% Russ, 27% Ice. So I'm gonna let Jay take this. Why do you think
Sierra.
that was that?
Sierra. Everything going for Sierra. Russ gets, he gets the good guy look too. So we beat Russ in the playoffs twice, and our stats is better. We're one of the top quarterbacks. Since we've been in the league for 10 years. Matt Ryan just gets a bad rap just because we don't really have a good defense over there too. So we don't really get over the hump. Russ gets saved. He had top 5 defense. Legion of Boom is crazy. So Russ gets. Yeah, we had the same stat. We both had 35 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, but Russ is looked upon better because our defense was depleted. So I was surprised at the numbers, how far it was apart, because we've torched Russ in the playoffs. So it is what it is. So
Moose, who you like better out of the two? If you were starting the team today, who would you want to start it around?
I mean, it's tough. Like you said, it should have been closer than what it was. But I'm gonna go with Russ, just for the simple fact. I feel like he can do it with your legs. He can do it with the with his arm as well.
Crazy.
It was close in, probably. It was probably
But
5 yards out.
he also played a few more years than Russ as well.
Like 4 on.
I just feel like Russ could just put the team on his back a little more than Ice could. But it's close. He really can't. Go wrong with either or. But I'll give it to Russ.
Quickly, who do you think, Cheese?
I say Russ.
Wow.
Just?
Iceman.
I think I probably would go with Russ. Do you think the fact that Ice has one of the top receivers in the game hurts his cause a little bit?
Not even, because half his touchdowns don't even go to him.
Yeah,
So,
it don't.
Matt Ryan's MVP season, he broke the record for 16 different receivers getting a touchdown. Russ go games where completion percentage is terrible. Russ has got 4 or 5.
You still got to look over there. You still got to pay attention.
You still got to pay attention, but we can still throw it down for 500 yards.
Yo,
2 of those. So
if Matty Ice ever had that Legion of Boom,
if we ever had a defense, a top 10 defense, think how many times that defense has won. They got over the hump on you.
But even in the past couple of years when they started disbanding, I think
Russ
still been carrying.
Yeah, we're still carrying.
The year that wins,
but it's easier to carry, especially. They still had key guys still there. Whether if Cam's out, you still got your guys in the middle. So
Bobby's still in the top 2.
The year Wentz went out, he led the league in touchdowns. But if Wentz didn't go out, you already know who
All this is leading up to our discussion of the top QB list of all time. So I'm going to start with Just. Who is your top 5 quarterbacks of all time?
top 5. Number 1, he went to Michigan. Tom Brady. Number 2, we got the same birthday, Peyton Manning. Number 3, the Breeze Man. Number 4, Dan the Man, Miami Vice Marino. And 5, Brett Favre.
That's a reasonable list. I got some questions, but we'll get back to that. What about you, Cheese?
Manning number 1. I would say Brady, but I've been saying it for years that I'm staying true to what I've been saying. So I'm gonna just keep it Manning. 2 Brady, 3 Montana, 4 Favre, 5 Marino. I switched it up before, but I'll give Marino. He got numbers. He never won, but he got numbers.
I went Montana, Brady, Manning, Elway, and Marino. I was about to throw Vic at 5, but I ain't really.
Y'all would have had my head if I said a black quarterback. So I ain't
I would have won one if anybody though.
We got most.
I'm going to flip flop. I was going to say Peyton first, but Cheese took it on me, so I'm going to go Montana, Manning, Tom, Marino, and Aaron Rodgers. Number 5.
I like that list. I like Rodgers being in there. I'm gonna go Montana, Brady, Manning, Marino, and Breeze. I don't know if anybody else had Breeze on their list. How did Montana not make your list at all?
I never saw him play at all. I get the highlights. I get what he did. I've seen a little bit of Marino at the back end, still cooking it up. He went out crazy the last game against the Jaguars, like 63-14. That's not here or there, but I never seen Marino play a down of my own eyes. I get it.
In order to do an all-time list, it's probably many people you got to look at that's
don't care.
Actually seen play.
Don't care. No, and I'll tell you one thing: if Marino had a defense back in '84, it was Dolphins could have beat the Niners. They game plan great around Marino, but he had no defense. Marino, biggest thing is that he never had a defense. He had receivers here and there, either too early or too late. Marino is greatness.
So numbers don't matter. Montana, the numbers, they mean nothing.
Numbers
Montana
could be different because the errors are different too.
Well, yeah, the rules.
And that's why
I put Montana over Brady because of the era that he played in.
Exactly.
And he never lost the Super Bowl.
Exactly. That's why I got him in there.
My thoughts. But all right, so the consensus would be that Brady typically is the person that people say is the best. So for y'all who didn't have Brady number 1, why did you put somebody else over him? Who had Peyton? You?
Yeah, I Peyton.
Why you put Peyton over Brady?
Because I hate the Patriots.
Real.
Out of respect, I put him number 2, but
I feel like if you do all time, I put Brady 2 because Montana, undefeated in the Super Bowl. So, I
put him Manning over him as well because I feel like Brady had a lot of good defense to hold him down.
It's got saved by kickers too a lot of times.
He got saved by kickers. I believe it was 13. They had 13 out of the 15 years they played. They had top 10 defense. The 5 years that they won the championship, they had the first, second, the third, and the sixth, and points given up. So
best coach too.
You got Belichick, who's a defensive guru. You know what I mean? So he's in a good spot. So
the year Manning won the title, wasn't the Denver defense pretty good though? Weren't they a top defense?
Yeah,
does he lose points for that?
I mean, he doesn't lose points for it. But
he was bad that year too.
And he was horrible.
He was horrible that year. But he was hurt. He was coming off for injury, I believe, right?
Nah, he was good. I think he was just losing it.
It was just father time. That was father time.
Okay. I know he couldn't throw the ball up.
His first Super Bowl, he didn't have a defense.
Really didn't.
Yeah, with the Colts, it was more of him. And just throughout the years as a player, like even that year where he broke the records when he had 50 touchdowns and
he's like
crazy
the
amount
greatest
of
regular
yards.
season quarterback. But I think once
he's the most prepared QB I've seen. Like he really takes the game well before the game starts.
Just imagine Manning with Bill Belichick.
So that leads me to my last question on this topic: would Brady be Brady without Belichick?
I don't think so.
No,
not Brady, but he'll still be good.
I don't think he'll have the success that he had. But he'll still be a top quarterback.
So if so much of his success we think is tied to Belichick, how can he be the greatest of all time?
I think people
just because what he's done on that level, for so many years. I mean, it's really hard because you got the best coach and the way that offense runs.
And they're ahead of everybody. They're ahead of everybody.
Yeah, it's just the mindset with them is just.
But I also do think if you put the Patriots. And if they change divisions tomorrow, conferences.
Their division helps. That division
helps.
Is weak.
Because
put them in the NFC, man.
They're guaranteed a home playoff game every year.
Honestly, put them in the AFC West.
It's like almost 6 guaranteed wins every year. Almost.
Just about. At least 4. It's at least 4 wins.
Hey, man, put them in the AFC West.
Dolphins always beat them. Other than that, it could be 5-1.
They probably could dominate the South.
Bye. Sit down.
I beg to differ. They didn't do nothing against us last year when it came down to Cashville.
Also, I think rings are overrated as well. Because a ring is more of an individual accomplishment. It's a team accomplishment. So you can't say, he got 5 rings. He got more rings than this person. He's better because it's a team stat. So I think that rings. It's
offensive players don't play defense.
You know what I mean?
That's true.
It's not basketball or it's not tennis. You know what I mean?
But he's done some all time stuff. Brady's done some.
Definitely.
You need a drive. He'll go the length.
At the end of the day, I think
the
game plan could be the game plan, but the players on the field, the players got to execute. So you put talent around Brady, in that system, you're gonna do what you gotta do. I mean, Gronk's still a top.
All right, so quickly, who's your favorite QB fantasy wise for 2019? I'm gonna start with Moose. Who you think?
I hate to say because this guy's here, but I'm gonna go with.
Go ahead, I dare you to say.
I'm gonna go with Matty Ice, but if my guy is healthy.
Don't look over there to that old Cunningham jersey.
That ain't him. You ain't put the jersey on.
Put the jersey on.
It's coming up.
Jay?
I was definitely saying Ice too. Freeman's back healthy. Guys, we getting the cavalry back. So
we got some O-line helping the draft too.
Just because they play in the dome all season, that's another reason.
I had nothing to do with that.
They do got a lot of
dome. We got 13 games.
That's ridiculous.
That's every game.
We only played the Panthers, Bucks, and I forget who else outside.
And the beautiful weather.
Late in the season.
Bucks, Florida.
If y'all go 11-5, y'all stink.
Who you got, Cheese?
I'm gonna go Rivers. I mean, I would say he's a regular season quarterback. So one of the best.
Who you got?
Marcus Mariota? No. Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield.
Okay,
Baker Mayfield.
Ooh, Baker.
I'm gonna starting off 0-1.
Yeah, for sure. On one. Come on, one. Yes.
Cashville
Cashville going some dog pound. It's a wrap.
I'm still a little skeptical on Baker, but that's for a conversation for another time. I'm gonna go with A-Rod, as you probably expect. I think it's gonna be a comeback here. I think that new offense is gonna.
He need a breath of fresh air.
It was time. So
arms too crazy for him not to.
He toxic too.
Here you go.
All right.
Anywho,
okay.
All right. So record predictions. What do you think the final record for your team would be this year, Cheese? And who do you think they'll lose to?
10-6. We went 9-7.
I thought they were going to say 12-4. I thought they were going to say 12-4.
I should say 16-0 because I don't believe we're gonna lose.
Stop it.
Nah, realistically, 10-6. We went 9-7 last
Titans
year.
win 10 games a year. Had that ever happened before?
We went 13-3.
2008. Chris Johnson rookie year.
Chris Johnson rookie year.
Don't matter.
You was in high school then?
I was out.
Where was you at? Where was you at? That's the good question.
Where was you at?
You was about to retire.
So who do you think that they'll lose to?
Colts twice. Off rip, Colts twice.
Coach gonna have heart conditions.
Yo, chill out. Actually, I got clarification on that. He told me, he said in the interview it was nerve damage that had
you nerve damage
symptoms of a stroke. But he good. He good.
He stroke with Andrew Luck throwing an 80.
I got Colts twice, Chiefs, Saints, Houston, because we always play with Houston.
Week 2.
We're gonna scrape.
Barbecue.
Scrape. Get this on record. Scrape.
Fried bird, anyone?
What's the score?
Got a score prediction?
31-24. Julio gonna go crazy, but I mean, Freeman, he gonna get hurt. It's gonna be straight passing after that.
35-13.
Do you agree with that prediction? You would think 10-6 is reasonable?
I got 11-5.
Even crazier.
What number 16 gonna do this year?
Okay.
I
said
it's a
the
Bible in
Lord.
his hand.
The Lord just told me 11-5.
Lightning in here any moment.
Hey, it might strike you, convict. So listen, I got the 5 losses. Listen up. I got losses going to Broncos.
And you can't lose to us. You lose
Chargers.
Okay.
I can see Chargers.
Houston.
Definitely. Probably twice.
Colts.
Twice.
Probably twice.
No, once.
You beat them 3 times.
You can win this year?
Saints.
Reasonable.
Our whole division might beat you, honestly.
They won't. There's going to be a barbecue.
Oh, Moose, whole division
Besides
is
the
losing,
Saints.
huh?
Viewers. He's an NFC East fan. Obviously, look at all this. Look at that terrible Cunningham jersey. The Titans. Tighten up. 16 in the game. And
Who is 16?
a Hall of Famer.
Who?
Anyway, we scraped the whole division.
Turn around. Who's 16, please?
I don't got time right now. I don't got time right now.
I already know who 16 is.
11-5. I got us losing to the Saints,
Tennessee,
Panthers, Texans, Rams, and we'll lose week 1 to the Vikings at Minnesota.
What's your score prediction for the game against the Titans?
Oh, 35-13. 360 yards passing.
Oh wait. I'm sorry. Can I get my prediction? Okay. So
You say anything over 25.
So mine.
Mariota won't
Relax. Mariota, get his name right. First of all,
Curry go.
the offense runs.
Definitely. It's gonna be Curry.
The offense runs through Henry. Henry's gonna have a ball that day. Henry's gonna have a barbecue.
They love Henry now because he finished the season.
Listen, Mariota. Listen.
These dudes. Listen.
Listen. Believe it or not,
I ain't say Titans
will
will
win.
win. Titans
will win.
Yo, your time is up.
27-13. 27-13.
They can't score
I can't
21
imagine
points.
if it's 27
They
points.
can't score 21 points on air. Like, no. 35
It's going through Henry.
He won't
It's going
score.
through Henry.
He
He
won't
won't score
score.
27.
Save the tape.
Tannehill's going to play.
Save the tape.
Tannehill's going to play.
Mariota gonna scrape y'all up. He gonna have a barbecue.
Mariota. He does this every year.
He gonna do a little bit of this. He gonna hula hoop all up on him. He gonna wear a layout.
Viewers. Titans fans
That
do
one is
this.
cool.
He does this every offseason.
Yes, like-
Before you against teammates, he does this every.
Mariota, 1 rushing touchdown, 1 passing touchdown. And the passing touchdown will be for over 30
What did we
yards.
say? It's still not enough.
Over 30 yards in the
You
air.
don't throw that far.
Over 30 what? Man, stop. It's not enough.
He gonna do this. He gonna
Check
do.
down older.
He gonna do
Listen,
this.
All right, moving
He gonna do
on.
this too.
Please.
Just talking crazy. Moose, what's your prediction?
I mean, we built for
Here we go.
11 win
11
season. 11 win season.
Oh, all right.
I feel like we'll go like 10-6. If Wentz is not as healthy as I think he could, maybe 9-7. The tough games I see on the schedule is Atlanta.
Okay,
It's gonna be a tough game, but we usually handle
At least
business.
you ain't stupid.
We got Green Bay on the road. We're gonna have to handle business. Cowboys is always tough. We got the Patriots again. They want revenge. We got Seattle. So there's a few tough games, and we always lose those dumb games. So I could see us losing to maybe like the Jets or the Dolphins because we always have those dumb losses. Like we lost to the Titans
No,
last year.
it wasn't
fourth
dumb.
quarter.
Corey Davis owned them.
The trash team when we were injured, but
But you took an L.
10-6.
You
We're
took
gonna
an
be
L.
back in the playoffs.
All right, so it's 10-6
You
good
want
enough to win
everybody
the
said
division.
this.
The 10-6 gonna win you out of the division.
Oh yeah, we'll be in the we're gonna win the division. We'll be in the playoffs this year.
I respect that. I'm gonna go 11-5. I guess everybody kind of high in their own teams, so it makes sense. I think we'll probably lose one to the Bears, one to the Vikings. We got the Chiefs and Chargers back to back, so probably 2 losses. And the 5th, I'm not sure. We got Philly and we got the Cowboys back to back. So one of those.
I figure we'll lose the
Probably
last game
will.
of the season. We'll be resting for the playoffs.
You was writing something down. Is there anything you need to add?
No, just 35-13 week 3.
Alright, so I think we covered everything we came here to cover today. Thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. Spotify, YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, Facebook, everywhere. League with No Name questions. Send them to leaguewithnoName@yahoo.com. Special thanks to my guy Maverick Taylor for coming on.
You got it.
Glad that you were able to come and tell your
Of course.
side of the story.
That's what they wanted.
Moose, who you got for shout outs?
This week, man, we're going 29th, Foxwoods, the hometown kids. You got Bad Chad Dawson fighting. You got your man Williams fighting. Get a ticket if you can. It's going to be a good event. I want the whole town to come out. Also, I got to shout out my guy, man. There's a lot of work, behind the scenes.
Thank you, Moose.
I
I appreciate that.
He does the editing. He comes up with the template.
You got to work this week, though. You got to work this
He got a lot of. He set up the thing, so.
There'll be a lot of editing.
holds it down. Definitely.
Appreciate that. So, with that said, that's it. We are out. League with No Name.
Tighten up.
Tighten up.